Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to be chatting with you guys as I get ready, and I'm going to try to use mostly drugstore products. So this video might be just a little bit long because I just feel like chatting with you guys. So I do want to start off by noting the fact that I am tan for me and I used the Famous Dave's self tanner last night. This is the bronzing self tan. I really enjoy this stuff. It lasts a really long time and it wears off really gradually. And then I know a lot of you guys have been asking me, because I posted on Instagram, about these new e.l.f. I just had to double check. I thought I wasn't recording. So anyway, I have been using these e.l.f. products, and that's the only thing that I have on my face. Cleanse my face, I use a toner, and then I put these on. So I've been using the e.l.f. smoothing serum and the daily moisturizer, and then the illuminating eye cream. And then at nighttime I have been using the e.l.f. night cream that goes along this line, and I really love it. I guess I haven't seen like anti-aging differences, but as far as satisfaction and stuff, I just wanted to briefly shout those out. For primer, I'm gonna use the Maybelline Baby Skin, and you can see some of that self tan is a little bit patchy, and I have some like unevenness because I shaved my face with my Twinkle razors, and then I went to self tan later in the evening, and that razor must have been dull because I actually have some like scrapes, which is kind of not very good. Hopefully we're gonna get that stuff covered, the unevenness covered up. So I'm going in with the CoverGirl Stay Luminous, the Outlast Stay Luminous. So I've used this once. I did apply it with like a max dual fiber brush. I didn't love the application because I feel like it was really streaky. So I'm gonna try it today with a brush that I know that I love, in the Delium Tools 957 flat kabuki something brush. So I do have the shade 842 medium beige, and I just don't think it's going to be enough coverage for what I'm going for today to cover or to even out the patchiness from the self tan. And I can do, yeah, that's not very much coverage at all. I can do a review because I'm getting to know how I like this product, like an actual dedicated review, but I did demo it in another tutorial that you guys have probably already seen by now. So I don't know how I like it. I just don't think it's enough coverage. I would much rather do like the IT Cosmetics CC cream for similar. That's like no coverage. I knew this would probably happen, meaning that it's not enough coverage, so I did buy recently the CoverGirl Outlast Stay Fabulous 3-in-1 foundation, also in the shade 842. I'm actually going to go ahead and mix those two together. I was never able to get the Outlast to work for me with my dry skin, but I think mixing it with something would be good. I think I actually heard that somebody said that these two were really good together. And that's the thing with foundations, is for me, if it's not going to be like, if I want a full coverage, I want a full coverage. And if I don't want full coverage and I just want something, then I want to use like a BB cream that has sunscreen and skincare properties, rather than using just like a foundation that has like no added benefits to it, you know what I mean? It's starting to even out a little bit better. A little bit of unevenness still, just a little bit, and then a little bit of kind of catching on to the dry skin. I don't know if you can see that. I am going to do another layer, but I'm going to do more so of this, the luminous, and just less of the 3-in-1. The color match is pretty good. If I had to compare, because I know it's like the easy way to do it is to compare to like a MAC shade, I'm definitely a MAC NC15 when I am not self-tan, and I would say that that 810 color is pretty close to that. It's not too pink, which is always the problem with drugstore foundations for me, which I feel like they're doing really good at not having so many yellowy or pink based products now, so maybe they got the memo. But what was I saying? I hope I don't seem super sketchy in chit-chat videos, because sometimes I feel like I am, because to be honest, it's hard for me to multitask, to put on my makeup and talk at the same time, but you know. I wanted to talk to you guys also about some of the audiobooks that I've been really loving, or that I listen to and they're over and that I love them, so we'll get to that. I'm gonna prime my eyes using the NYX, just kidding, the NYC City Proof 24-hour waterproof eyeshadow, and this is just the clear. I mean, it's a nude color, but it's just like doesn't come up colored. What shade are you? Murray Hill Champagne. Just kidding, it is a little bit of like a champagne color. That's actually really pretty. I heard a beauty tip, I can't remember where I heard it from. It might have been it might have been Carmody Beauty. She used to be on, or maybe she still is on TLC. She does like the makeover part of what not to wear. I think it was her, but she said when you self-tan, don't apply it around your eyes because it will help give you that brighten effect. So I did apply a little bit around my eyes. Obviously I was careful, you know, but I didn't do it as much as the rest of my face, and I feel like it did help to kind of brighten already, and I haven't even worn concealer. So that's a good trick. But going in with concealer, I'm gonna do the LA Girl Pro Conceal HD, and I have this one in the shade Natural. I think it was too dark for me at my fair skin tone. It might not work out right now. It might be too light for me. We will have to see, but I really do like this, and I'm glad that they came out with a new, a little bit goes a long way, so you gotta be careful. Yeah, maybe that'll work. But they came out with a couple new lighter shades, I think Porcelain and Light Ivory. So I don't have those yet, but I want to get them to use when I'm not self-tan. So yeah, this stuff goes a really long way. It has like a nice little wand applicator on it. I'll list everything. I'm gonna try to like, I don't know, talk more than like tell you what I'm doing, because you guys can probably see. That way it hopefully won't be as long. That might be too bright, but we'll go in with powder. We'll figure it out. Okay, so I wanted to talk to you guys about audiobooks. I listen to audiobooks all the time, and I really love them. Some of them I get on Audible, and some of them I actually download. If you just like search your library, my local library actually has like an audio app where you can get some of the books there for free, like audiobooks for free. Some of them are harder to find. Some of them aren't available on the library app, but it's definitely a good place to start. I feel like I need just a little bit more, so I'm gonna try the Maybelline Fit Me in the color Light 10. Hopefully this won't be too light. But anyway, my audiobooks, you guys, I listen to them all the time, like when I'm getting ready, when I used to listen to Pandora music, which I still do sometimes, but I just like to have an audiobook going when I'm showering, brushing my teeth. I always just try to pop on an audiobook. I might mess up the actual titles, and I don't know the authors off the top of my head, all of them, but I will list the books that I've listened to below. So first up, I wanted to talk to you guys about the Marie Kondo, the Japanese book. She's a Japanese artist. She's a Japanese author, and it's the art or something like tidying. It's about tidying, and basically like not having anything in your house unless it brings you joy, and like going through every item and holding every single, so like every single belt, every single pair of underwear, every single sock, and holding it and instantly thinking, does that bring you joy? And if it doesn't, get rid of it, and if it does, then keep it. I can tell you that I have so many socks that have lost their partner in crime that absolutely bring me no joy. So it's just such a nice way of thinking about it. I have the NYX contour palette, and I'm gonna take these two and set the under eye and the eyelid. But anyway, the Marie Kondo book. Don't you love how your mouth has to hang open when you do stuff around the eye area? I did not love this at first when I first got it. I actually had it as a fail in a favorites video in one of the Beauty Buzz weekly favorites. I come to find I like it a lot more when I have a self-tan. I feel like it just works better. It's hard to find a nice contour palette that a fair, pale skin girl can actually use all the colors, because some of them aren't bright enough to highlight and too dark to contour with. I am gonna set it with a translucent powder. This is by MAC. I actually don't have a powder that matches my self-tan skin from the drugstore. I might need a little bit more coverage on the forehead with a powder foundation to help bring it together, but I'll wait till I do my eyes to see if I need more. Okay, so books. So that book is really good. Now, did I go through my closet and gut it and pull everything out and put it on the floor and go through it and got rid of everything that didn't bring me joy? No, I didn't. And she does recommend doing it all at once, but I didn't do it all at once. I've been doing it little by little since I read the book like a few months ago. It really has made a difference. My difference has been really small, or not small, but big, but little by little. And it's hard when it comes to makeup because I'm on YouTube and I get the opportunity to try a lot of new products that are sent for possible review consideration, and I like to go out and purchase new products with my own money as well. So it's hard to like keep up to date with makeup. So I've had a hard time like drawing a line or having like a fine line of black and white of like makeup, like keeping what brings me joy. Clothing and like house knickknacks or house home decor has been a lot easier than makeup because there is a more definite black and white, less gray area. You feel? I think I will have to go back in and touch up my eyebrows. I already did my brows before I started filming. I just used the Anastasia Brow Wiz, but they look a little gray now from the powder. So for eyes, okay, so I'm going to show you guys this little pretty basket full of e.l.f. stuff. I did an e.l.f. order and I just got it like a few days ago. So a lot of the stuff that I'm going to be using is new. I'm going to use this one, I think. It's called Sunset. Ooh, so pretty. There's no matte shades. To incorporate a little bit of matte eyeshadows, I'm going to try this. This is the Physicians Formula Matte Collection Eyeshadow Quad in Classic Nudes. I never really enjoyed these too much. They don't bring me any joy really, but I'm going to give them another try. I have this one in a more cool tone one. It's like a matte, like an awesome, I mean they're good colors, but they're just, we'll have to see how it goes. It's been a while since I've used it. I'm going to go in with the white color, actually kind of the cream, on just a big shader brush. I love a brush like this. This is Bobbi Brown. You don't need Bobbi Brown. Oops. See, that's kind of chalky. You don't need Bobbi Brown, but just an all over really large and in charge eyeshadow brush to do that one first layer that I always lay down, just because it helps everything else you lay down over it just to go and blend easier. So yeah, that's a little bit chalky, but we'll see. Should I zoom you guys in? So the other audiobook, the one that I most recently ended or finished, is Living Well, Spending Less. That book was a little harsh for somebody who likes to go to Target and frolic and look at what stuff is new. It's definitely an eye-opener, so I like it. I definitely like it. Okay, so I'm going to take this color here and just pop that in my crease. Oops, I grabbed the wrong color. I'm using some of the Beauty Junkie brushes, which I love. So I'll leave it at that as far as the book Living Well, Spending Less. It's pretty eye-opening. And then another one that I read, oh, the Living Well, Spending Less kind of incorporates Christian religious beliefs. And I actually enjoyed how they incorporated religion into it and God into it. And then another book that also did that was a book, I don't know what it's called, but it's kind of like a weight loss maintenance, just healthy living book by DJ Tanner. Candace Cameron Bure, I think is her name. And she actually did that book, just a motivational, I don't know, I guess I would call it like a healthy book, healthy lifestyle book. And it also incorporated her Christian beliefs in God, and I really liked it. So those are 3 so far. And then the books that I've been listening to every night when I fall asleep, because I love having a bedtime story read to me, are the True Blood books by Charlene Harris, the Sookie Stackhouse books. Second time I'm listening to them, and I just can't get enough of Sookie and Eric and the whole supernatural situation. I love it. I'm gonna try to deepen up the crease a little bit more with that color. Just going for a really kind of natural eye makeup look is what I've been doing a lot lately. I mean, it's, to be honest, it's what I do, like, the majority, you feel. Nothing crazy that we're doing today, but new products so you guys can maybe get some ideas and just chit-chatting with you, not some epic, groundbreaking makeup look we're doing. We're definitely not. These eyeshadows aren't as bad as I first remembered them. If I do remember right, the other one, which is more of the cool tone matte Physicians Formula one, that's similar, I think that one was a lot more chalky than this one. This one is actually, I think I like it. I do. I mean, it's not like my favorite, but for a drugstore, can't go wrong. I mean, Physicians Formula is expensive for a drugstore, but you gotta wait for that. You gotta wait for that stuff to go on sale. Ain't nobody got time to pay full price. Blending brush by Beauty Junkies. I'm just gonna lightly blend. Okay, I'm going into this e.l.f. palette. I'm going into this color. This one right here. I'm just gonna put that on my lid. So I sit in front of a window right in front of me here, and I have a hydrangea bush outside my window. My entire landscape situation is so like years past overdue to be like pruned and trimmed. Finally got a good recommendation for a good landscaper. It cut me off, but I was talking about my overgrown landscaping. Like everything in my yard, it's like a jungle. It literally is. And the landscaper said that he can do some, like trim some stuff, but the best time to do it is in the fall. He said because there's a lot of new buds that are like fresh from the springtime. If we trim them now, they have a bigger, they're more likely to die. So I guess we might have to wait till fall. Meanwhile, there's a jungle outside my house. I'm gonna go in with this color, and then I might go in with this yellowy gold orangey color. I'm not loving the payoff. I don't know, maybe I need a different brush. I'm gonna switch a brush because this one's kind of a little bit fluffy for a shader. When in doubt, do a MAC 242. And that's my little dog barking. Hopefully that's the UPS guy. Back to the eye situation. I just decided I'm gonna use this new, to me, it's a new e.l.f. baked eyeshadow in the color Pixie. How pretty that is. And I'm gonna try it first dry with my MAC 242 and then possibly spritz it with some Fix Plus. I'm just gonna take that all over the lid. Yeah. I'm gonna spritz the brush. I decided with my charged water, which I really don't know the difference of that and the Fix Plus. I feel like this might have a layer on top that I have to work through. Ooh, but that is pretty. It's a little chunky though. I'm not really feeling that. It was a little chunky. I am gonna go in with this e.l.f. bronzer that I'm probably gonna use that on my face too. It's a new one, new to me. This is the mineral bronzer in hot or tan toffee. And then I do have the new to me e.l.f. blending brush that looks a little bit wonky. Does that look not straight? We'll give it a try. I don't know if the shape kind of scares me, but I'm just gonna put that in the crease. I just want a little bit more warmth up there. I'm gonna switch brushes. I do not feel that brush. I'm gonna go back to that Beauty Junkie blending brush that I used, which is very similar to the MAC 217 or Sigma E25. Okay, now I'm taking the Beauty Junkie crease brush. It's just a little bit, show you the difference. This was like the tapered blending that I was using just to blend. So there's the difference. So I'm gonna take that one, this one, and the same bronzer. Just try to go in a little bit more. I'm not used to having such a dark crease color because everything, when you're pale, everything you put in your crease is dark. So it's kind of a learning curve to get the crease color just a nice depth situation when I'm still tan. So I ain't used to it. Going back into the e.l.f., I'm gonna take, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna take this one and then put it on the lid, and then a little bit of this one in the center with my MAC 242. All that blending really adding the crease color. Look, it wore off everything. Not really feeling this palette though. Tons of fallout, not cool. Okay, so I am not feeling the eye situation, but I'm gonna try to salvage it. So I pulled out my Milani Bella eyes. I have this one in Bella Gold, and this is a metallic finish. So I really want that kind of bronze, like gilded peachy pink look on the eyes. That's the look I was going for. Pretty sure I'm gonna have to take off my concealer and redo it because of all the fallout. I'm gonna pop some of this Bella Pink just on the center of the lid to kind of just because I feel like it pretty much is the reasoning. Curl my lashes. I'm gonna use the L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara. I finished my upper mascara. Now I'm gonna try to salvage my face. I'm gonna go in with this e.l.f. Hydrating Eye Cream. And I do this trick sometimes when I do my face makeup first, and I do get a lot of fallout, but usually when I do lighter eye looks like this, usually I don't have a huge problem. But if you are ever doing like a darker, I don't know, more intricate eyeshadow look, of course I recommend doing your eyes first. And then I'm going to take a Q-tip and kind of wipe that away, and then I'm going to take a little bit more, and this is like a really moussey eye cream. It's really fluffy, I should say. You just want to let that sink in for a second, and then I'm just going to go back in with my concealer, the Fit Me, and then set it again with these two colors out of that NYX palette. Oops, that was my mirror. Out of the NYX palette. So that's what we're going to do. I really like this concealer, the Fit Me, but I don't use it year round because they don't have a shade light enough for my fair skin when I'm not self-tan. Key here is to blend it in with the rest of the stuff that we already put on the face and set it with. without having a crusty line where it's cream over powder, because cream doesn't really go that well over powder. Going back to Milani Bella Gold in a flat definer brush, I'm just going to press that into the lower lash line and then put on mascara down there. And then I have J-Cat Beauty Slide On Pencil for eyes in the color Bronze. I'm just going to throw that in my lower waterline. Okay, so going back in with that e.l.f. bronzer and a bronzer brush, yeah, I'm just going to bronze up my face. That's really pretty. For blush, I'm doing the NYX blush in Ethereal, which is a really pretty pink with a little bit of sheen to it. But I'm really excited to use my new highlighter from L'Oreal. That's really pretty. Yeah, you really don't need a highlighter, but I'm gonna do one. That blush with the bronzer is so gorgeous. Taking this guy, the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Powder Glow Illuminator Blush and Highlight in the neutral color in 202 Rose. This will be my first time using it, but we will have to see. I'm taking it on a Morphe M509. That is a highlight. Here it is swatched for you so you can kind of see it swatched. It seems to have a little bit of shimmer. I don't know if you guys can see, probably not on camera, but it does have some chunky glitter. I'm wondering if that's just an overlay or what the situation is. I just see it on my forehead. So, I don't know. I'll keep you guys updated, of course. Taking my soft brown Anastasia pencil, I'm just gonna touch up my brows because they kind of got powdery from the powder. Taking the NYX mascara, brown mascara and brunette, I'm just gonna set those eyebrows. And then I'm gonna do something totally different for me, but I'm gonna add this pink mascara on the lower lash line to tie in with the lips that we're gonna do in the cheeks. So this is the Jordana, apparently I say it wrong. Add it to the list. Mascara Dramatic Effects Mascara in the color Fearless Fuchsia. I feel like this would work a lot better if it had a smaller brush. It's kind of gloopy, but I think it's so fun. Wait for that to dry, and then I will kind of fix it up a little bit. So for lips, I have a combination. Would you have guessed? So I'm gonna take NYX lip liner in soft brown. Just outline my lips with that. This is just the slim pencil. They're like $3. Super great stuff. I just wish they had more colors. I mean, they have a lot of colors. I don't know why I said that, but I wish they had like a MAC Stone, and then I'd be all set. But this color reminds me of MAC Oak, which I love. I'm gonna use my new Maybelline, just got it in the mail, Pink Sugar. It's the matte, creamy matte lipstick. But because my lips are kind of dry right now, I'm just gonna lay down this first, which is the NYX Simply Nude Lip Cream in the color 4. I guess I thought that would be more glossy. I just didn't want to put that matte lipstick down on dry lips, but that's actually really pretty. So I'm gonna do this one now. All right, so you could certainly leave it as is, but for me, it's a little bit, I needed more hydrated lips, so I'm gonna add just a little bit of gloss on top. I mean, this is a very like corally, it's a more warm pink that's bright, so it's not gonna be the most flattering on teeth. Like, it might make them look a little yellow. So I'm taking the NYX Butter Gloss in Eclair, and I'm just gonna pop that in the center. So I really like how it turned out. I mean, we had some eyeshadow fails, but you know, it happens. So yeah, I think that mascara is so fun. If you just find a color, well, like for green eyes, obviously the pink makes your green eyes stand out. Purple will look beautiful on blue or brown eyes, you know. It's really fun. I was inspired, I don't think I told you, but I was inspired by this pink look because a lot of the pictures in my most recent People Style Watch magazine, which is like my favorite magazine, a lot of the celebrities, it girls, are wearing like a bright pink with like a minimal kind of bronzy makeup, or eye makeup. So yeah, I love how it turned out. I hope you guys had fun like hanging out and chatting with me. I know it's probably long and I probably really rambled a lot. As always, I will have the entire list of everything I used, which is always a pain in the butt, but hopefully it's helpful for you guys. I'll have that listed below, and have a great day or night. I'll see you later.